Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and today's video where we are going to be looking at my blush, highlighter, and a few bronzers, my entire collection that I have. It is definitely not as extensive as my eyeshadow collection, which I will put up in the corner somewhere in case you want to see my eyeshadow palette collection. But I wanted to do this because I wanted to get more use out of the products that I have and kind of explore them a little bit more, maybe get some ideas for some looks and things to do. And also because I think right now a lot of us aren't maybe as interested in buying a lot of makeup and there isn't a lot of new stuff coming out, so I don't want to just have it, you know, be reviewing things for the sake of it and not being really that interested in products. And I have a lot of stuff, so I figured why not make some videos that kind of go through all of this, you know, all of my collection. So this is just the second half of my kind of full collection video. If you are interested in seeing a lip collection video, please do leave a comment down below, and I'd be very happy to take care of that. Let's take care of that for you, to put one together. I don't have a huge lip collection, but I do have quite, you know, a reasonable amount of products. Also, in the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be doing more of these kind of overhead view, videos to do some swatch parties. So I'm going to kind of go through my collection and we're going to swatch a whole bunch of stuff and, you know, just have a relaxing time of it with the things that I already have. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, hi, let's get started. We're going to start with blush. Then we'll do the couple of bronzers I have, which is really like 4 products. And then we'll talk about the highlighters, which I think I have the most of. Out of everything today. Yeah, all right. So, what's going to be first? How about the worst thing I have in my collection, which if you saw my Makeup Revolution video, you would have already seen me talk about this hideous, horrible blush here. It's the I Heart Revolution Soft Shimmer Blusher in Peach. I really don't want to swatch it because it's so powdery. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's just like powder like everywhere. I guess I should really, shouldn't I? Look at that. This is what you're getting. It's beautiful, isn't it? There you go. It's just like a chalky, powdery kind of mess. I just gotta make sure I know where my hands are here. So yeah, so this is no. This is not a declutter video, but I'm definitely starting my plans now for things that I'm going to be getting rid of. So yes, I don't like this at all. Okay, I did a video a few weeks back on the Kiko Milano line of products, which I had never tried before that video. And along with that, I bought a whole bunch of other Kiko products, mostly blush for some reason. So let's just have a talk through some of these. So this one is the Shade Fusion Trio blush, which you get 3 in there. It's quite light. Like if you just go like these 2 colors here, it's pretty pale, almost white cast. The bottom one here has a little bit more kind of color, but it's still not very pigmented and a bit on the kind of chalky, powdery kind of feeling side. So I didn't show this one on camera, but I don't really care for it all that much, to be honest with you. So this one was kind of a nope. This one I liked a little bit better. This is part of their Sicilian Notes collection, and this is it's a baked blush in Panarea Mauve. I don't know if I've said that right. I don't speak Italian. I should, but I don't. And I like the color in this. I like this kind of mauvey tone. It's a baked blush, which has a slightly different kind of formula, but it is very... well, it comes off as more sheer when you build it out, but it is more kind of peachy colored. So I think of all the different Kiko Milano highlighters, I think this one is probably my favorite, but the problem is that it smells. All of the Kiko products smell quite strongly, and this is unfortunately no exception. So this one isn't a deal breaker smell-wise. It is strong, but it is not overpowering compared to our friend here, which was part of their Tuscan Sunshine collection. This is Florence Dream. Sorry, I have a towel on my lap if you see my hand disappearing every once in a while. And it looks so pretty. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. And look at this with the impression in there. I mean, that's just really lovely. But, oh God, Sorry, I can smell it. Just by opening it for that brief moment, I could already smell this product. So I will show you what it looks like. That's kind of more on that side. So it's more like a peach, like a very, very light peach. It's almost no pigment at all, but the smell is extraordinarily strong on this one. So if you have any kind of sensitivities to fragrance, that is probably going to trigger you real bad. Okay, and this is the last one out of my Kiko Milano collection. So it's part of their like little organic line, I think. Kind of they're more eco-friendly. This is the Green Me blush in soft mauve. And this one's more on the kind of purpley toned side. And I quite like this one. This one's not too bad. It does have a smell, but it's not quite as bad as the other ones. But I think this kind of tone, this kind of warm tone, looks really pretty. Whether it looks nice on me or not, I'm not really sure, but this one is kind of the nicest of the... This one and the baked one, I think, are the two nicest ones from Kiko Milano. The other ones, bleh. All right, what's next? Okay, got stuff all over the place here, guys. You may not see it, but... Okay, so the next one is this one that I picked up from the drugstore. This is Max Factor. This is their Creme Blush Puff Blush in Nude Mauve. And this one is a little bit more on kind of the brown side, which I quite like, but it is very, very light. There isn't a lot of pigment in there. It's really for, I would say, quite fair skin tones to kind of have a dusty rose kind of color. On the hand right now, it's turning out a little bit more brown, but I do like this one okay. I think I probably need something that has maybe a little bit more peach tone in it, but this one is okay. It's one of the first ones I bought, and I wanted something that was kind of, I was going to say minimally offensive, but that's not the right way, but like not too intense to kind of get me started with blush. So this one I do like still. I don't really reach for it right now, but it is a decent little blush. Next up is this one by, well, it says Butinique Beauty, sorry. Butinique, that's a Q. And this is, I guess, a London brand. This is Darling Dahlia. I got this in a Birchbox a couple of months ago. So this one is quite pigmented. So I like the print on it though, it's very pretty. And it's a bit more kind of creamy feeling on the hand. So we'll just do that one here. But you can see it's a little bit more pigmented than some of the other ones that I've had, and more on the kind of orangey, peachy tone, which I like. I think this one is a really pretty color. It's a little bit intense for me, so you have to be very careful. Does this have a smell? Yes, it also... Why do people have to fragrance their blush like perfumes? Oh, oops, sorry. So it's a very pretty color. I do like this. It's not a brand that I know anything about, but I do use this one on occasion. So, and it's very cute. Okay, next up, this thing. This is the Cheek Leaders Mini Pink Squad palette from Benefit. It has a blush, a brighten, and a highlight. The colors are California, Tickle, and Dandelion. So Tickle is obviously going to be the highlight here. And it's nice. It's a little bit kind of a pinky, peachy highlight, so it's not too bad. I think it would probably be okay. So that's fine. The one I don't like, actually, is the other... Well, the things I don't like in this are the two blushes. Okay, so Dandelion, which has, like, no pigment. I mean, I'm very fair, okay? And that's as dark as it's going to get, okay? So while I don't want a lot of blush, I also don't want to put it on and then not actually even see that I put any on. You want it to still look like you have like a flush of color, right? And then California is fine. Like it definitely shows up, but that is then kind of too dark for me and too pink colored. So I kind of wish I hadn't bought it at all. I'm not really very happy with my purchase here. I probably will eventually declutter this. I don't know. I will probably try some other cheek products from Benefit, but this was a miss for me. All right, let me just give a quick clean up to the hands. Okay, so next up is one that I actually didn't like the first time I used it, which was in my luxury video quite a while ago, a couple months ago now, and this is the Stila Convertible Color in the shade Petunia. So it's a lip and cheek cream. But what I found out recently is I actually quite like cream blushes. I think they're a little bit, for me, they're more sheer and a little bit easier to work with and not quite as scary as I thought. So I think the issue with this one is it's maybe a bit on the pink side for me, and I probably need something that's maybe a little bit on the peachier side. But it's very pretty. It is just a really light flush of color. It is quite sticky though, and some of the other cream blushes I have aren't that sticky. So there's some positives with it and then some stuff that I don't really like. But I will try this one again. But it is, come on, look at that little compact it comes in. It's so cute. I really like this packaging here. Okay. So these two I just got in, and these are both from the ColourPop Making Mauves collection. So we have Catch My Vibe, which is this one here. And then we have Coast to Coast, which is this one here. So I used Coast to Coast on that video that I did looking at this collection. And I think maybe it's a bit too dull and a bit too purple for my skin tone. I do like it okay, but there's not a lot to it. And it's a little bit kind of gray undertone maybe. And then this one, Coast to Coast, might be a little bit too pink for me. So I'm not sure either of these two colors really work for me and my skin tone, but they are a decent formula. I don't mind them. Like I've said, I think I'm veering more towards the cream blushes than I am the powder blushes, and I'm just not sure that these two are really my color anyway. So I will probably eventually declutter these. I do like them. They are good quality. It's just maybe not my colors. Okay, a few more to go. So let's talk about the one that I've probably been using the most since I got it, which is the Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. Now, the reason I've been really loving on this one is actually because of this here, okay? And this is the Glow Cream Base. Now, I've just been using it on its own without like putting anything else on top of it. So where do I'll just do it here on the inner part there. And it's kind of like just a very pale peachy pink color, and it just gives a little bit of a flush. Now, I've been using this without any topper or anything else on top of it other than a little bit of kind of translucent powder. But you can go ahead and put the Super Glow on top of it if you want something like blinding, which I typically don't, so I don't do that. Also in this palette you have a diamond powder and a glow impact powder here and there. So if you want more sparkly, so there is some sort of highlighting colors in here if you want those as well. So this is one of my kind of dual purpose palettes. I really like it, I really enjoy it, and I'm probably going to go ahead and pick up the Bloom palette as well, which has the darker red tone in there. Big win. Okay, I have this that I picked up, which is the Maybelline Cheek Heat. I thought it might be a good dupe for the Cloud Paints, which I don't have anymore. I think I used all the samples of the Glossier ones. So this, it does tend to want to kind of ooze out. It's not too bad. I think I haven't really used it that much on my face. I've kind of just tested it a few times, like I'm doing now. I don't know. I think it looks okay. I think I actually do have to try it out. It's a bit on the sticky side as well, kind of like the Stila one. Has this dried down? See, this one's still sticky. Sorry, I'm just checking stickiness factors, but it's okay. I don't know. I think I need to give these a bit of a try, but and also maybe the color's a bit on the dull side. I don't know. What do you think? Have you guys tried these ones? Any thoughts, opinions, comments? I'm not convinced. All right, so we have two new ones that all I've done is swatch. One of them is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo, and I have this one in Pink Dahlia. So I haven't used this on my face yet, but I'm extraordinarily excited about this because look how pretty those are. They're a bit more on the peachy side, which I think is going to look really good on my skin tone. So I'm very optimistic about how they're going to perform. And they're just, this is so smooth and so soft to touch. But I think that is just a really pretty, just a sweet peachy kind of color. I really like that. And then we have they come up so easy. There's not a lot of work to them. So there's out of frame. Sorry, guys. So I think these two are going to be really nice for me. I'm very excited about this, mostly about the matte side, but I'm also excited for the shimmery side. Another new one that I haven't yet really even gotten to use, I'm planning to do a video looking at BH Cosmetics. I have, what did I buy from them? I bought a palette, an eyeshadow palette. I bought some brushes, and then I got this as well. So we'll have some fun with that in an upcoming video. Get Ready With Me, I think is what I'm going to do for that. All right, so this is the BH Chocolate Strawberry Truffle. It's 4 blushes. Okay, and all I've done is really swatch this. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really used it on my face. So I picked this one because I thought it was kind of the most generic, maybe looking. It wasn't too orange, it wasn't too pink. That's Betty in the window blocking our light now. So, Betty, if you think for 1 second that you can come and jump up on this table, you were very wrong, sir. Good choice. So this one I think is a bit maybe too pink for me. It's a bit very, very pink. So I think it's these 2 here that I'm probably the most interested in. Like that one, oh, that's just white almost. There's nothing in that, okay? This one here, maybe a bit pink. And there's quite a strong smell coming off it. I don't know, we'll give it a try properly in a review video, but I'm interested to try these. Let's see. Let's not be too hard on it without actually trying it out. Okay, so I just had this in a video that was posted on Friday last week, and I didn't like it. I still don't like it, and you're probably going to see another video coming up soon talking about how I didn't like it. Anyway, this is the It Girl Beauty Book, which was, I guess, their Christmas holiday release thingy. And in it came a bronzer and a highlighting blushy thing, and then technically this is a highlighter, but this is like, I don't even know how to describe what this is. It's like a sticky, shiny paste almost. I don't know, it's very sticky. It does have a shine, but it just kind of looks wet more than anything. And then we have this blush, which you're supposed to swirl it around. Sorry for that, cat. And then this is it there. It's quite pink, quite bright pinky kind of toned, which I don't really care for. And then since we're going to be talking about bronzers here in a minute, this is their Bye Bye Pores bronzer, which I just think it's probably just that the color is not quite right for me. It's very warm toned, and I definitely want a bronzer that's more on the cool side to kind of create that shadow, you know, appearance that you're supposed to be getting with a bronzer. Not necessarily for me personally, I want it to be just a little bit to deepen some areas rather than giving me a sun-kissed out in the sun kind of look. So this is a bit warm for me. So this, you already know this if you watch my videos, this is a pass, but so we won't dwell on it, but I just had to include it because technically it had products in it that we were talking about. All right, so bronzers only have a few because they're not really something I quite understand fully yet. This one, again, from Kiko Milano, from the Tuscan Sunshine collection. This is Wild Sienna. Again, I don't want to swatch this one because the smell is so strong. Okay, but here it is. All right, it was very pretty. It actually worked perfectly well as a bronzer. It's just the problem is it has that same overwhelmingly powerful smell like the blush. So, bye-bye. I have this one from Fenty. This is their Sunstalker bronzer in Shady Biz, which I think is Raw Beauty Christie's favorite shade. So I like this one fine. I got the little mini just so I could kind of try it. But I think, again, it's a bit maybe too warm for what I really want a bronzer to be doing, which is kind of shadowy things. So I think I might have picked a different color for myself, but I did just want to try the formula. It does work very nice, and it does sheer out quite well. So it's fine. It's just a little bit on the warm side for me. Then we have this bronzer from ColourPop. It was from their Going Coconuts collection. This is Coconut Beach. And I think this one of the kind of 3, well, I only really used the 2. This one and the Fenty one are the only ones I've really used. I think this one is the one I like the most. I think it's really similar. Sorry, I realized I was probably swatching it up here. It's really similar to this one, but it's slightly cooler. So, and it's a little bit less pigmented, so you don't really see it too much when you're putting it on. So I like this one okay, but it isn't really that different from the Fenty one in terms of the color. So they're both quite similar to each other. I think I'd like to find one that's a little bit more on the cool and very, very fair kind of side of things for bronzers. The last bronzer, which all I've done is really swatch and I haven't tried it, is the Fenty Matchstick, and this is in the color Cinnamon. So it came in the bundle with the other bronzer. So I'm curious to actually try this out properly on my face. I really want to do like a full-on super Instagram face video at some point. So I might try and use some of these on that. But if you blend it out, it's actually really beautiful. I just am, again, quite convinced that this is the wrong color for me. It's too dark. So I need to go in and have a look at some of their other products that are more on the fair side. But it is very pretty. It is more of like a shimmery, glowy, highlighty bronze kind of color. Very, very pretty. Not my color. All right, on to the fun bit, the highlighters. So we're going to start with some that are kind of, sorry, itchy nose, that aren't really my favorites, and then we'll move into ones that I really like, and we'll save my kind of very favorite ones for the end. I'm one of those people who likes to hoard everything I like until the very end. Like if I'm eating, I'll put all the tasty stuff off to the side and I eat it all at once at the end. So, sorry, so you can fast forward to the end if you want to see my favorites. So there's a couple that I haven't really tried out. I got this one from Sleek when I bought the little eyeshadow palette. I haven't used this, and I don't know why the hell I bought this, guys. There's no way I can use any of these colors other than for eyeshadows. They're way, way too dark for me. They're also very, I mean, can you hear that? They're gritty, kind of in texture. So, I don't know. They're almost more like a eyeshadow, like a glittery eyeshadow topper. So, I don't know. I'm probably going to pass this one along to somebody if they want to try it out. I don't think I'm going to keep this. I'm not really that impressed by the quality, and also the colors were quite wrong for me. Another one that I'm not that impressed by, and I think this is just me and Makeup Revolution are just not going to get on, but it's the Rose Gold Glow, and it is this dual highlighter. I mean, these aren't bad, they're just very kind of powdery, chalky kind of feeling. So we have like a champagne-y pink one, and then a champagne-y gold one here, and then, let's just see, am I in frame? Yes. So, I mean, they're fine, you know, but when they fade out, they're just not maybe as shimmery as you might want a blush or a highlighter to be. They're okay, they're just not amazing. So I think it's definitely a you get what you pay for kind of thing. So okay, all the way on the opposite end of the spectrum, I have the Ambient Lighting Edit in Ghost by Hourglass. Oh, now you can see me without any makeup on. Let me open this up. So I got this on sale after the holiday, because this was a holiday release, and it does have 2 blushes in it, which we'll just go ahead and have a quick look there. So they're very pretty. They're quite pigmented when you swatch them like this, but they do sheer out really nicely, so you don't have to worry about kind of overdoing it with them. So these 2 blushes are nice. There's also a kind of bronzery shade, which I think is reasonably good. I don't mind it. And then you have these ones, which are kind of, these 2, they say they are, what is it called? A finishing powder. So I guess the idea with these is that you kind of cover your whole face with them and make your whole face kind of shiny. Let's see if we can do it over the, yeah, so they're just kind of setting powders almost, but with a little bit of a sheen to them. Not too much. And then we have this last one here, which is supposed to be, I think, a highlighter. It says it's a strobe. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a shimmer in there, but not really anything special. So, it's a pretty palette. It's just there's not a lot of pigmentation in anything, which is kind of not supposed to be. I like the blushes. The rest of them I could kind of live without. So I think if I'm going to go back to Hourglass again and buy stuff, I'll probably pick up just another blush or 2. Maybe something in the more kind of peachy zone. But I might have to try this one a little bit more. This is very, very pretty. Okay, one I got... Sorry, that's going to be in the way. My hands are very powdery right now. Look, kind of big blob of highlighter on the thing. Oh, this is a piece of tape to mark where my tripod goes during normal setup, because this is also my work desk at home right now. So So I have this Clinique Chubby Stick, and it's a sculpting highlight. I've had this actually for quite a while, so I'm not going to declutter it. I like it. It's quite a shimmery highlight. I actually really like this. Look at that. You can see that kind of shine in the lens really well. So this one is definitely more kind of a pinky, pale champagne-y color. It actually, for me and my skin tone, I think it works really well, and it does give that kind of wet, glassy skin kind of vibe. So I need to try this one more. I think that's really, really pretty. I think a lot of people sleep on Clinique with their makeup products, but actually they have a really nice range of stuff. Speaking of which, I got this one, the Year the Rat Gold Celebration Pop Highlighter. You can kind of still see the rat in there. I got this in the duty free at Haneda Airport over Christmas. It's more of a gold color, so this is definitely like wrong for me, and I really need to start avoiding buying gold colored highlighters because they don't really look that great on me. But it's really pretty. I mean, it's a beautiful highlight, really nice color. And the formula is great. It just is very smooth, very fine. So I really like the Clinique highlighter. So I'm probably going to pick up another, like maybe one of these, or maybe even another one of the Chubby Sticks because they're very nice. Okay, another one is this, sorry, cat hair everywhere. It's this gigantic Soul Body highlighter. This is in warm gold. Again, why did I buy warm gold? It is absolutely the wrong color for me. Can I remember how to, there we go. It doesn't open very easily. It's very big. It's a big thing. I mean, it's supposed to be for the body. It's not really supposed to be for the face. But I wanted to try it. It is very pretty. It's very gold. Very gold. But I don't know if you can really see, but it's almost slightly... Sorry, I made a horrible noise in my mouth. It's almost more slightly glittery rather than shimmery. There's a lot of really fine looking glitter particles in there. So I think if you want a glittery highlight, this one is good. But if you want just something that's more like a shine, I really wouldn't use these ones. I think I would avoid this if you just want like a regular kind of soft, shiny highlight. That's a lot of sparkle. It's pretty. This is not the right color for me. I'm never that tan to use this. Alright guys, just a few more to get through. Some of my favorites still to go. Hey! So another one that I picked up recently, this is not one of my favorites. This is the Makeup Revolution Glass Mirror Illuminator. It was part of, I don't know, it just fell. It was part of their glass mirror collection. So this one is fine. It's not that great as far as like shine, but it's okay. And if you want something quite subtle, I think these are decent. But it's really not that intensely pigmented. It is more of a subtle, slight kind of glossy finish. I'm not a huge excited fan, but I think this is a decent product. I don't know if they are still going to be selling these because they did have that dispute with Manny MUA and his brand Lunar Beauty, and this is one of the Moon Prism powders in Mars. I really like this, and I think this is a really excellent formula. However, I bought the wrong color for myself. There's no way in anywhere on this world this color was right for me, okay? But the formula is really nice. It's more of a creamy kind of highlight formula, but it's very pretty. It has a really lovely shine to it and a lovely texture to it. But obviously this is not something that's going to work on my skin tone. So I need to, when they restock, I will pick up probably one of the lighter colored ones, maybe Mercury, which is the lightest one. But you can see that the components are the same. So I don't know if you can get these because I think they said they were going to start pulling them from shelves. Okay, I got this in another Birchbox. I don't know when I got this, but it's like a liquid highlighter. Alright, we'll put a little tiny bit on and just see. It's very gold. I think this is, again, too golden for me. Somehow I think I have much darker skin than I actually do. Ooh, okay. It's not that gold, but it definitely is yellow underneath. So I think this is, yeah, it was just a little tester guy anyway, but I have it and I just wanted to show it to you. Speaking of liquid highlight, I have this one, which is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Moonstone, which I think is their like most popular shade. Let me just grab a teeny tiny little bit. Come on. It always pumps out a huge amount. I don't ever want that much. But this one is definitely something that's just going to give your skin, well, if you don't use like the entire container, the idea is just to give your skin like a really youthful, glowy kind of appearance rather than like a super blinding highlighter. So it is very pretty. I think it's a nice color. I think it might be a little bit, again, too gold for my taste. But the reason I got this one, this liquid highlighter, is because of my skin texture. And I thought having a liquid one would make it the texture be a little less obvious. But what I'm realizing is just different formulas and trying different types. Some of them are going to be more texture enhancing and some will be less texture enhancing, and that's kind of how it is. So you just have to test a lot of formulas. The liquid ones I think do a good job of not overemphasizing texture, but sometimes they may not be quite as sparkly as we want them to be. So Eddie, what are you doing? Yeah, hi. Okay, I have this one from ColourPop. It's from the Disney Villains collection. It is the Hades Everyone's Got a Weakness. Hi, buddy. Betty is right here. You can't see him, but he's right here. Is it already dinner time, buddy? I don't think so. No. So I have this one. I think this is, again, it's the wrong color for me. I bought this way before I started learning anything about highlights. It was one of my first ones to purchase. So I think it's a little bit too goldeny colored for me right here. But it's a Super Shock formula, so you see it's soft, but it's very pretty, and it does go on the skin really smoothly. But it does slightly emphasize the texture. So this is not one that I particularly use. I have another ColourPop one that I like a lot better. So the Super Shock highlighter is probably not for me because of my textured skin, but the other one that I do love is this one, which is Horse and Carriage from the Disney designer. So it's another Disney one, kind of weirdly. Let me find a spot on my hand that I haven't done anything on. And this one is actually just the pressed powder highlight. And one thing is, this is the one I've been using the absolute most right now. I'll just do it here, is that it's really nice on my skin tone. It's not too icy, not too white. It's just a really beautiful kind of champagne tone, and it doesn't accentuate my fine lines or any of the texture on my skin that much. So this one, I really like this one. So I'm going to try more of their pressed powder highlights and avoid the Super Shock ones because they're just not right for my skin type. The colors are beautiful and the texture is nice. It's just not the right one. This one, Ace, A+, one of my absolute favorite ones right now. How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. We're almost there. So next up is this Wet n Wild highlighter. It's Mega Glow highlighting powder, and I have it in Blossom Glow. And this one I use actually quite a bit to highlight my brow bone when I'm doing eyeshadow looks. So it's really pretty. It's a little bit light for my skin, but I think it's a very pretty kind of bright pop of highlighting color, a little bit more on the pinky, rosy kind of side. Very pretty, very shiny. I like this one quite a lot. And for the price point, really good. Okay, I have this one from Nabla. I'm going to be doing a full face of Nabla very soon. And this is one of the first products other than the eyeshadows that I bought from them. And I do like this one a lot. I think I should have gotten a different color though, because this one again is just a bit too gold for me. It is very pretty though. It has a really lovely finish. So I like this formula, but I think I maybe would want to go and grab another one in a slightly lighter color. But this is really beautiful. It's almost like a kind of a baked formula, so I really enjoy this. Nice one. And this one was in the color Privilege. Another one from Becca. Look how cute this compact is. This is so cute. So this is their Pearl Glow Luster Glow Powder in Pure Pearl. Tongue twister. So this one I think is just so beautiful. There's something about this one. I don't know what it is, but I really like it. The Horse and Carriage one from ColourPop is still my favorite, but this one is really pretty. And it's like an iridescent finish on the skin. It's really different, really unusual. Love this. Soft, subtle, but very shiny. Really nice one. I love this one, guys. Obviously, the Becca ones are very expensive, but this is a really cool one. And there's quite a lot. Like, it's a, you know, there seems to be quite a decent amount of product in there. So I love this one. Super cool. Okay, and a relatively new one to my collection is the Lethal Cosmetic Wavelength highlighter. This is in the color Scatter, and this one is purple, and I'm in love with it. I know it looks a bit silly. It's obviously really purple, but I don't really care. As I'm sitting here complaining about all these gold ones, and I'm like, I'm just going to put purple all over my face. But I love it. I love this kind of icy blue-purple color. I think it's really cool. It's very different, very weird, but it's also very beautiful. So I'm excited about this one. I'm going to use it a lot more in my looks because I want to. And it's purple, and it's pretty. I think this will also be a good brow bone highlighter for some more kind of blue, green, purpley kind of looks. Okay, last two. So this one I probably used the most, well, because I've had it for like about 4 months. So this is the Makeup Geek Psychedelic Duochrome Highlighter, which I got in my Tribe Beauty box back in December. So this one is like the coolest thing ever, in that it does, obviously, it's duochrome. So it has a shift in the color. So it kind of goes from being quite white and icy to kind of being orangey fire pink, and it's so cool. I don't know if you guys can really appreciate how nice it is, but it is a really beautiful highlight. I like it a lot. It's a little bit light for me because of the kind of iciness, but this is just super cool. Love this one. Alright guys, and a last one, which is another newcomer, which I haven't used this one on camera yet. This is the Cookie Highlighter from Benefit. So it's still all together, although I have swatched it. Stella, what are you doing down there, sweetheart? Stella. They're doing their we need to be fed skulking around. So this is it, and I think it looks really similar to like the Horse and Carriage one from ColourPop, which I don't even know where that one is anymore, but we're just going to put the Cookie right here. But that is just a really blinding highlighter. I mean, that's like amazing. Like, look at that. It's like really, really shiny. So I think Cookie is going to be a good match for my skin because it's more on the champagne side, which seems to be kind of where I should maybe pick my color choices from a little bit more. But that's like wet looking. That's intense highlighter. So we'll see how it goes once I actually put it on my face. But it's beautiful, but also slightly intimidating. So yeah, that is all of my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and that you enjoyed seeing my collection. Like I said before, if you would like to see a lip collection video, please do leave me a comment down below. I'd be very happy to do one for you guys. And as I also said, I'm going to be doing some more in a few weeks. I'm going to swatching videos, so if you have any ones that you saw in my palette collection video that you'd like to see, or anything recent that I didn't swatch and you'd like me to show, I'd be very happy to do that. I was thinking about starting with some of my ColourPop or ABH ones, but if you have any other suggestions, I would love to hear it. So yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you could hit the like button down below, or you could subscribe and come hang out again. We're going to be doing a lot of swatches coming up, and hopefully having a good fun time with that. We'll be just as filthy covered in stuff as we are now. At least this one's all shiny. I kind of feel like a robot right now. Anyway, alright guys, that's going to do it. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other right now. And we will see you in my next video. Bye bye.